definitely going to create some new energy here. Starting in mountain pose tonight with our feet firmly grounded underneath our hips. And doing whatever you like with your arms and upper body. Just ensuring that the shoulders are under the ears are stacked on top of the hips. We'll take a few deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Allowing the muscles in our faces to slowly melt towards the floor. Relaxing our shoulders away from the ears. And just doing a quick body scan from head to toe. Noticing any sensations of comfort, discomfort, energy, or even lightness in the body. We'll be starting today with a little bit of an energy breakup, some Kundalini yoga, but also we're going to take note about the sensations in our bodies a few times as we go. I'm going to ask you first off, if you have a problem with the song Happy Birthday, please let me know. If you do, please choose another happy song to hum to. To start today, we're going to just start hopping on our both feet evenly, allowing the arms and the shoulders, the hands, everything just to shake naturally wherever they fall to the sides of our bodies. Not pushing harder than our breath will allow, trying to maintain that normal rhythm of breath. Eyes open or closed. And we'll start just shaking the hands at the same time. Forward and back, side to side. Bringing our hands up to our shoulders. Side to side, shaking the hands. Up and down. Gentle hops here. And now we'll put our arms over the body, stacking the hands on top of the shoulders, and still shaking those hands side to side. And we'll switch one leg, other leg, alternating legs. Hands are shaking side to side, up and down. Don't worry about what we look like. Nobody's watching, doesn't matter. There's no judgment here. Skipping left to right. We'll go just a few more breaths. Shaking out the foot. And slowly bringing our arms down and calming our hopping. Steadying ourselves, again taking note here of any sensations that we may have in the body. Taking a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. With our right hand, we're going to take our first two fingers just down from the collarbone over. You'll find a little nook in the chest, giving it a little rub here for a few seconds. Taking those same two fingers, and we'll start our tapping routine from head to collarbone. Starting at the center and the crown of the head, we'll tap a few times here. Then we'll come down to our forehead, into the center, between the eyebrows. Bringing our right hand to the right side of the head, over to the temple beside the eye. Tapping gently and lightly. Now bringing those fingers underneath the eye, onto the cheekbone. Moving the hand underneath the nose, tapping just above the lip. And now onto the chin. down to the left collarbone here. Moving our hand underneath the arm, just to the side of our body here, under the armpit. And now karate chopping the back of our left hand. Humming to ourselves the happy birthday song for 5 seconds. Counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Humming again, happy birthday. We stop here for just a moment, taking note again of our sensations in our body. Deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. We'll go again now on the opposite side. So with our left hand, 2 fingers, finding the collarbone, the little divot in our chest, rubbing it nice and gentle. Bringing our hand onto the crown of our head, tapping on the top of the head. We'll slowly work our way back down through the same sequence. Bringing our fingers now to the center of our foreheads. Over to the side of the head near the temple. Underneath the eye. Below the nose. Now down to the chin. Over to the right collarbone. Lifting our right arm, tapping underneath the arm. And karate chopping the back of our right hand. Once again, we'll hum the tune, Happy Birthday. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. I hope you're all smiling, taking note of any sensations that you may be feeling in our bodies. Possibly a buzzing sensation of energy that's starting to flow through the body. Perhaps some blockages that have been freed up and released. Stepping here into a goddess pose. And we'll slowly swoop the arms up over our heads, coming down and scooping the ground with our hands slowly to the rhythm of our breath. Inhale, rising up. And on the exhale, squatting down. Slowly warming up the core temperature of our bodies. Focusing the mind and body with the breath. Hinging at those hips. Going to the speed of our own breath. Starting to activate that Ujjayi breath in the back of the throat. We'll do 2 more. Coming back up, rising up. And 5-pointed star here. Bringing the shoulders down towards the spine. Inhale, rising up. Sinking down. 3 more. Last one, we'll hold here in goddess pose, bringing our hands into prayer. Just taking a quick check to make sure that we can see our toes beyond our knees. The pelvis and the hips are tucked underneath our bodies. Stable upper body, nice and strong, firmly pressing those palms together. Pressing the shoulders away from the ears. And just bringing a little bit of energy and life to those legs here. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, swooping forward here. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, hinging at the hips. Hinging, only warming up the back of our legs. Using the power in the back of our legs to drive us upwards. Swan diving forward. 2 more. Holding here, planting our left hands on the ground in front of us, wiggling our feet as much as necessary in order to gain some stability and flatten our hand. Inhale, rising up with the right hand over top of the body. Gazing wherever our neck and our eyes are comfortable to gaze up to. Here, if you want to do a little mind trick and recreate some of the patterns in your neurological system, while gazing up to the right, you can look down to the left. So head is looking towards in the direction of the hand. Eyes come back down towards the floor. Three more breaths. Bringing that right hand back down. Replace it over top of the left. Open up the left side of the body. And again, if you want to have your head pointed in the direction of your left hand, you can always bring the eyes down, looking towards the ground. One more breath here. Lowering that upper hand down to the floor. Come back into a squat. Fingertips are on the ground. Straightening and bending. Inhale. Exhale. Press those knees away. Inhale. We're shrinking back down into our squat. Four more. Two. Holding this one here. We're in our forward fold. Toes are pointing forward, and we're just going to bring those toes up and plant them back down like little ducks. Keeping our fingertips up or flat on the floor, whatever is most comfortable. Chins are tucked into our chest. Pressing back up here into our squat position. Hands are back into our prayer, and we'll pulse 20 times. We'll do 3 sets of these 2 combinations here. And forward folding. This time time pointing our feet outwards, bringing them up and back down like little ducks, lowering our chins to our chests. And coming back into our squat pulses here. Firmly grounded feet. Great. One more time here, forward folding. Fingertips are on the ground in front of us. We're pointing our toes inwards this time. And when you're ready, start lifting those toes off the ground. Not so easy. Chin is tucked into the chest. Breathing through any discomfort or unusual sensations. Back into our squat here, readjusting our feet and our hands, pulsing. Drawing our navel through in front of us. Our glutes are tucked underneath our bodies. And inhale, rising up here. Exhale, swan dive forward. Placing those fingertips back on the mat. We're shifting all the way over to the right side into Skandasana. However you feel comfortable. If this is all you can do, that is totally fine. Coming down, if you are all the way down, we're extending the leg and flexing the foot. Toes are pointed up to the ceiling. Come into a comfortable position for yourself. And an alternative here is to come into a bow and arrow. Again, only if that feels comfortable today. Gentle rotation of the spine. Two more breaths. And lowering that left hand back down, pressing ourselves back to center. Taking a breath in between and shifting over to the right. Finding again whatever position works best. Bringing our attention to the rhythm of our breath. And on the next exhale, we'll lower our hands, come back to center. Forward fold here, straightening our legs. This time, bringing our hands together, and we'll make figure eights as if we're brushing our hands through the sand, slightly shifting our weight left to right. Letting our heads hang heavy, the necks hang long. Coming back into our squat here with our arms on our knees or inner thighs. We're shifting our shoulder into the center, pressing that knee and inner thigh away. Coming back to center using either our forearm or our hand. Feeling a little bit of a stretch, not only in the thigh and knee, but in the lower back possibly. Sinking a little bit deeper with each breath. Warming up the spine and the lower back. One more on each side. Inhale, rising all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. We'll slowly wiggle our feet into the center underneath us. We're going to do a series of chair motions here, slowly starting off with skier. So inhale, we'll bring the arms back. Exhale, arms come up. Inhale and exhale. One motion, one breath. Just throwing those arms down, allowing them to come down by the sides of our legs with as much vigor as you like. Warming up those thigh muscles again. And the next one will hang in forward fold, keeping our knees as bent as necessary, lowering our heads, chins to chest, tucking our hands all the way underneath the fronts of the feet here. Deep breaths, and then on the exhales, we're pressing those knees back towards the wall. On the inhale, we'll rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. We'll do a series of sun salutations, then we'll do another forward fold. So stepping to the top of your mats. Inhale, rising those arms up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Planting our hands into a plank. Lowering down halfway. Flattening onto our bellies, either coming up into cobra or upward facing. Exhale, coming all the way back down. Inhale, pressing up into a kneeling plank or a full plank. Down dog here. And we'll step, jump, or float our feet back up. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, hands to heart. We'll do one more. Planting our hands, stepping back into plank. Lowering halfway. Coming all the way down or up into upward facing dog. Listening to our lower backs. Kneeling plank or full plank, down dog. Stepping, jumping, or floating our feet all the way up. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, sinking back down into our chair. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, sink into chair. Inhale up. Exhale into chair. Swinging those arms. Cactusing them down the sides of our bodies. Two more. Holding this one here, hands are in prayer, rotating over one knee, pressing the elbow against the knee to rotate the spine, gazing up past the elbow. Drawing that upper shoulder away from the ears. Focusing our energy on our breath and our attention on our breath. On the next inhale, we'll rise up. Exhale, hands to heart. Taking a breath in between here. And inhale. Exhale, cactus arms, hands to heart. Repeat. 3 more. Holding this one down, hands are in prayer and rotating over that opposite knee. Again, with the elbow pressing against the outside of the knee. Palms are pressing together. We're gazing up past the elbow. Notice any tension you might be holding in the jaw, the neck, the shoulders, drawing the shoulder away from the ear. On the next inhale, we'll rise up. Bringing our hands to heart, taking a deep breath in between. Reset, and taking a moment to notice any vibrations or sensations running through the body. Keeping our feet directly underneath us, we'll do another dynamic motion here. Bringing the right leg up 90 degrees. Come up on the left toes, and we'll step into a squat. Coming up 90 degrees, up on the left toes, rising high, stepping into our squat. Repeating this, rising up, stepping out. Working on our balance here, creating new patterns in the body. Taking our time. Motions with breath. Destabilizing ourselves to find our stability. 1 more. Coming all the way up. Reset. We'll do the same on the other leg, so bringing those feet back underneath us, lifting the opposite leg to 90 degrees, rising up on the toes, and stepping out. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, stepping out. Finding our grounding in that anchored leg and foot. Getting ourselves out of the busyness of our minds, focusing on our breath, physical being. 2 more. Good. Rising all the way up. Hands to heart. Bringing those feet back underneath us one more time. We're going to come up to the top of our mats. We're going to start adding our lunges into our sun salutation. Inhale, lifting all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Stepping back with our right foot into our warrior 1. Hands either come to our sides or above our bodies. Tilting that pelvis forward facing. Rotating so that it's square to the mat as well as in front of us. Rising as high as we can, lifting the abdominal section as well as the rib cage. The chest is lifting high. Back foot is grounded at about a 45-degree angle. We've got dynamic tension all the way through our bodies, from our fingers, through our arms, upper body, abs, glutes as well, down all the way through both legs. Pivoting here into our warrior two, opening up that back foot. Lowering the shoulders away from the ears, as if we've got a wall behind us, pressing our shoulder blades as well as our leading leg against it. Coming back here into a reverse warrior, lifting that front arm, reaching our back hand down along the leg. No destination here, building strength and stability. Bringing our attention back to the breath, ensuring that it's not labored. One more breath here. Then we'll cartwheel our arms back down to the mat, coming into our plank. Lowering down through our vinyasa here. Coming into a cobra or an upward facing dog. Stepping back into our down dog. Back to the top of the mat, finishing our salutation. Repeating on the opposite side. Inhale, rising up, exhale, forward folding, stepping back with the other foot into our warrior one. Finding our grounding from the feet up, ensuring that all four corners of both feet are touching the mats. Pelvis is facing forward. We're drawing those thigh muscles together. And then we're lifting, extending and elongating the spine through to the crown of the head. Choosing a position for our arms that is comfortable today, honoring any muscles or parts of the body that may need extra attention and healing. Feeling the dynamic tension running through our entire body. On the next breath, we'll step into warrior two, opening up that back foot, sinking a little bit deeper into our lunges. This time rotating the palms up towards the sky. Bringing our front arm over top of our heads, letting the back hand slide back along the leg. Reaching as high as we can to extend that side body. Breathing deeply in to expand the rib cage. And allowing our neck to fall in line with the spine. However, it is loose and we can rotate it naturally. On the next exhale, we'll windmill our hands forward, planting them on the mat on either side of our front foot. Step back into left foot plank. Lowering down here to whichever position you prefer. And back into down dog. Hang out here for a few breaths, shifting our weight left and right. Again, allowing our heads to hang long. Feeling our fingers planted firmly on the mats. And now we'll switch to a pedal, exaggerating, pressing one leg back at a time, lifting the opposite heel off the ground. Slowly finding our neutral position, coming and stilling the body, bringing our attention back to the breath, noticing any sensations in the body. Lifting our left hand here, we'll reach back to the right knee, shin, calf muscle, or ankle, drawing energy through that right arm, looking up underneath the right armpit. Allowing that left hand to come back to center, planting it on the mat, shifting left and right. Finding our center and stillness again, lifting the right arm, reaching back towards that left knee, calf muscle, or ankle. There's no goal here, just a stretch and a gentle rotation of the spine. And allowing that right hand to come back down to the mat, planting it firmly and grounded. Rising up onto the balls of our feet and lowering back towards the heels, pressing them towards the mat. Rising and pressing. Lifting the kneecaps up with the quadriceps. Engage those quadriceps. Lifting and lowering on the balls of the feet. Pressing the heels towards the mat. And let's pedal it out. Wiggle the legs, the ankles around, lifting one at a time. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And lower down into child's pose here. Wiggling those wrists, taking all the weight off of them. Shifting our body weight left to right. Shifting into each hip socket here. And as you like, you're welcome to lower the head towards the mat or stay in an extended child's pose. Allowing the head just to hang, come into embryo, find stillness, whatever works for you. Gripping our fingers into the mat and pulling ourselves up. We're in all fours. We're lowering down here onto our forearms, interlacing our hands. The elbows are directly underneath our shoulders. Dolphin to down dogs here. So again, interlacing the fingers. Elbows are directly underneath the shoulders. Toes are curling under our shins, and we'll press up here into our dolphin. We'll just hold here for a few breaths. Feel free to wiggle around, shift your body weight, pedal. Now we'll wiggle our feet back so that we can come into a plank here. Our bodies, our upper bodies and torsos are parallel to the floor. The toes are digging into the mat behind us. On the inhale, we'll rise up into a down dog. And exhale, lower back down into your dolphin plank. Dolphin down dog. And plank. Using our breath to power the motion. Lifting our sit bones up towards the sky, pressing our shoulder blades back towards the spine, sinking our chests a little bit farther and closer to the mat each time we press into down dog. You may even get your forehead down towards the mat. No goal here, there's no destination. keep that dynamic tension going and our motion to our breath. Holding here in our forearm plank. Again, trying to remain present in this moment, bringing our attention to our breath, drawing our navels up towards the ceiling. Hips are held high, torsos parallel to the floor. Pivoting over to the left side, we'll pivot our feet, come into a forearm plank here. Lifting the hips, trying to lift them up above the mat, drawing them up to the sky. Enjoying that break on the right arm. Coming back down to our forearm plank, shifting over to the opposite side. Lifting our arms when we find our stability, and then focus on lifting those hips up higher. Allowing our heads to hang loose, neutral with the spine. And again, bringing our attention to our breath. And rotate back into our forearm plank here. Come into down dog. Hold here. Catching our breath. On the next time we come back into our plank, we'll draw our left knee to our left elbow. And then press back up. Right knee comes to our right elbow. One breath, one motion. And if you'd like here, we can add in a leg extension as an option. Reset. Alternate sides. We'll do one more on each side. And lower both feet down, come all the way back down into child's pose. Releasing all of that tension on the arms and upper body. Bringing the arms back around into embryo here, allowing the shoulders to fall away from the ears. Taking a moment here to reflect on our breath, on our energy, any sensations we may have in our bodies. And if you set an intention for today's practice, you're welcome to reflect on that. Finding stillness in our bodies here. No doubt you're feeling a little extra buzzing in the upper body. We'll bring the hands underneath the shoulders and press ourselves up gently. Crossing our feet or rotating, coming onto our butts here. We're coming into a seated position with a staff pose, so ensuring that both of our sit bones are firmly planted and grounded on the mat. Slowly we'll inhale and lift our arms all the way up to the sky. On the exhale, we'll rotate, looking back towards our hands. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, rotating to the opposite direction, reaching our hands behind us. Inhale, rising high. Exhale, extending the arms behind. Repeat with an alternating motion. One more on each side. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, forward fold, hinging at the hips here, allowing our chins to fall towards our chests, and then pulsing those hands beyond the feet. Gently breaking up the connective tissue, wraps around our muscles and ligaments. Holding here, grabbing onto or reaching towards the feet. Keeping our feet flexed, toes are pointing to the ceiling. Now bringing our hands out on a 45-degree angle, the palms are pressing forward, and we'll press, pulsing gently. Breaking up all the cobwebs, helping to create a little additional elasticity in our fascia. Holding here, we're superheroes. We're stopping the bus from hitting us. Now bringing our left hand to the outside of our right leg. Gentle rotation here, drawing that right arm back towards our hip or the back, lower back near our sacrum. Gently rotating, using our hand as leverage against our leg. And release out of that, switching arms. The right hand comes to the outside of the left leg. Left hand comes onto our hip or lower back. Gentle rotation of the spine. And releasing out of that, we'll come into a boat hold. So we have options here. Either bringing our legs to 90 degrees, straight. We can bring our hands under our hips. We could even come down onto our forearms here. So choose one option that works. And we're breathing through this hold here, trying to build a little bit of additional strength and stability in our core. Again, bringing our attention to the breath. Staying present in this moment while we probably shake. Try 3 more breaths. And then lower down gently onto the mat, all the way down. We have one more dynamic motion. Bringing our arms all the way over our heads, arch the lower backs. Expanding the rib cage with our breath. One more. And bringing our legs into an L position here. Deep breath in through the nose. And exhale, bring both hands to one side of the leg. Inhale, bring them to the inside. Inhale, switch legs. And keep alternating here. Inhale, exhaling, switching legs. Let's go for 5 on each side. There's 3. Let's do it. We are fierce. Here's 5. Keep going if you'd like to. Otherwise, you are welcome to come all the way back down to the mat. Deep breaths in through the lungs, arching our lower backs, lifting them off the mats, allowing our chin to fall towards the chest. And again, at the beginning of class, I asked you to choose one word that resonates with you today. And you're welcome to put it into an affirmation statement. So, although I feel anxious, I am completely and totally comfortable and happy with myself. Although I feel disappointment, I completely love and accept myself. Although I feel stressed today, I completely and totally accept myself and my efforts. And just noting once again, one last time, the sensations in our bodies. Doing a quick body scan from head to toe. Noticing all the comfort and discomfort. Not focusing on any one part. Noticing how amazing our bodies are, how strong they are, how much they do for us without our even knowing or being conscious of. Feel the contact of the mat beneath us. And enjoying this moment of having stopped. And giving thanks for the opportunity to practice here today. And for something somebody may have said or done that made you smile. We express our gratitude. Thank you for joining tonight and for your patience with me. Namaste. When you're ready, roll yourselves up, come back to reality, and enjoy the rest of your evenings.